Hey, what's going on, all you fantastic, amazing people and fellow Fallout fans? Welcome back to another video. In this video, I obviously want to talk about Fallout 76, but more specifically, I want to talk about some game-changing updates that are coming to Fallout 76 tomorrow that it will improve the quality of Fallout 76 for all us Fallout 76 fans. And also, I do want to apologize for being away for the last couple of days. I had to deal with some stuff, but I am back now and I should be putting out videos consistently like I was before I left. So, yeah. Anyways, with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about it. So tomorrow, the Fallout 76 essentially gets public events. Now, for those of you who don't know what I'm talking about, essentially last week on September 5th, 2019, Bethesda Game Studios announced that Fallout 76 would be getting public events. Essentially, we already have public events, but they're going to rework the public events, if you will. Now, according to the Fallout 76 Inside the Vault public events preview letter, it says this: Patch 13 is coming to Fallout 76 next Tuesday, which is tomorrow, and we're pleased to announce we've taken your feedback to heart and made quality of life improvements to the event system. We've reclassified select events as public events, which will feature added details on the map, free fast travel, and server-wide announcements, among other improvements. Catch everything you need to know about public events below. We're not going to go over the whole thing, we're just going to go over the important parts. So just a couple of cool things to point out there. One, it's going to feature details on the map, and we'll see more of that in a second. Free fast travel and server-wide announcements, something that I'm extremely excited for. I would always hate when there was no announcement for a public event, because you would have to look on your own and whatever have you, and that's kind of annoying, if you will. So server-wide announcements are super good, plus free fast travel, which is even better. I really enjoy that. So essentially, when you look at your map after patch 13, according to Bethesda Game Studios, it says when you look at your map after patch 13, you'll find that public events display a larger and flashier icon than normal events, which should help you spot them more easily. When you highlight one of these icons, a new dialog box will appear to give you many more details to help you make an informed decision about whether you'd like to join that event or like how many other players are already at that event, really nice. How much time has passed since the event began, which is also really nice. A general activity rating, though in some cases this rating is based more on complexity of the event's objective. That's interesting. The type of gameplay you'll experience, boss, defense, etc. Really nice. I think that's really cool because it's going to tell you what the event is about. It's going to tell you how difficult it is, how long ago it started, how many people are participating in it, because some events you do need more than one or two people to complete or get really far in, if you will. And the type of gameplay that you'll experience, it's also really nice changes, and I think that's really awesome. It also talks about how, on top of all that, the loading screen that appears when you fast travel to a public event will now share a more detailed description at the top of the screen, including tips on how to successfully complete the event. I think that's really nice, especially there's a lot of new players out there, and I hate when I get into a public event with new players and they don't know what to do. Keep in mind, obviously, I don't get mad at them. They're new players, and it's not their fault for not knowing. So yeah, it's really cool and interesting change, and I'm really happy to see that. So Bethesda Game Studios also has this really nice detailed little paragraph here that talks about the mechanics of the public event, which is really nice. Now, I did leave some stuff out, but if you want to read this for yourself, links down in the description below. It talks about how, aside from free fast travel, we're making a few additional changes to how public events actually work. First up, you will no longer drop your junk when you die during public event in adventure mode. Instead, the respawn timer will increase each time you die until it reaches a max of 20 seconds. That's really nice. I absolutely hated when I would die during a public event and all my stuff would go away. Public events are fairly challenging, even for high level players. Well, not super challenging, but I've died a few times at level 70 character, and honestly, it really sucks when that happens and then people just pick up your junk. I was obviously just trying to help everybody at the public event, and then now all my stuff that I've worked hours for is gone that I've picked up. So it's really nice to see that we are getting that kind of little feature in there. It talks about next, public events will no longer start based on entering or fast traveling to the event area. Instead, a timer will start ticking down once a public event appears on the map. To kick off the event, you'll need to perform an action, like turning on boilers for tea time or finding a strangler heart for Heart of the Swamp. You and your event mates can use this time to group up and coordinate your plan of attack, or you can perform the required action to start the event early. If no one is in the event area when the timer expires, the event will shut down. Really interesting to see that. Really cool to see that we're going to have a little bit of, I guess you could say, free time to kind of, like they said, plan your attack or coordinate, which I don't think many people are really going to do. I think it's just going to be used to maybe get more people in the area so you can have an easier time to complete that public event. It talks about how finally the majority of public events now share a single cooldown between the start of one and the beginning of the next. That means that only one public event will be active at any given time, which will help players come together to focus their efforts on success during that event. Scorched Earth and Encrypted are both exceptions and can run independently from these rules, since Scorched Earth can be triggered by launching a nuke and Encrypted by turning in a key card. So really cool to see that only one public event can be active at any given time. I think that's really nice, because think about it, if you have like 6 different public events going on, I mean, how is everybody on the server gonna get to all those events? There's only like 20 something people per server, so it's gonna kind of suck if all the events are active at once. So it's really cool to see that one's only active at once, so pretty much the whole server, or at least hopefully a good portion of the server, is going to be doing a public event at any given time. So that's really cool to see that they did that. That'll allow people to focus on one public event and kind of bring us together, like the article did say. So I'm really excited for that. So all these changes go down tomorrow. There's some more stuff on this article, but really nothing that super important. So if you want to read it for yourself, links down in the description below. I'm really excited to see these mechanics of public events actually change. Public events for a long time were really not that fun, and the reason why they weren't that fun is because they were difficult. And they were difficult because people wouldn't get together and do them. But now with this new public event system, it seems like a lot more people are going to be encouraged to do it and do it. So I'm really happy to see that. Anyways, guys, also in later news, and also guys, another game-changing feature coming to the game tomorrow on September 10th is going to be the Morgantown map that's coming to Nuclear Winter. Now, if you want to read this for yourself, links down in the description below, but I'm doing my best to put some screenshots, so you could just pause the video and read them as you like. Keep in mind, these screenshots are going to go fairly fast. So, long story short, Morgantown, or at least a part of it, is going to be added as a map to Nuclear Winter. Long story short, you get a little message from Zax if you read this article, and it then says, "My algorithms have identified Morgantown and the surrounding mountains and the most viable location for testing, while Flatwoods is being cleaned of radioactive debris. I am interested in the effect that the urban centers in Morgantown will have on your behavior. Data suggests urban warfare was once a common practice among humans. I encourage you to pursue conflict in downtown Morgantown and Grafton so that I may gather data on candidates' battle tactics while in urban centers. I have provided ample weapons in the areas to help eliminate your fellow candidates." It also goes on to say, "I expect geological features in the region like steep cliffs and large body of water will also provide interesting challenges for candidates. You may find it useful to equip perks that help with mobility and improve your performance in water to make your testing experience in Morgantown as enjoyable as possible. Candidates should be advised that Morgantown area is home to predatory wildlife not found in Flatwoods regions. Colonies of hostile rad scorpions have been observed attacking other life forms in the area without provocation. I expect that they will eliminate many candidates currently participating in testing. I hate rad scorpions, and it sucks that they're gonna just travel around in packs and try to kill you, but hey, that's the name of the game, right? While scanning the Morgantown region to assess its viability for testing, I discovered a small enclave of an active Roboco Assaultron from before the Great War. I have reactivated these Assaultrons and unleashed them on the Morgantown region to provide an example for candidates of the speed and effectiveness with which overseers should eliminate their enemies. Lucky candidates may have a chance to watch the Assaultrons perform in combat, though I suggest doing so from a safe distance. I have not disabled the Assaultrons' hostility functionality, and they will not hesitate to attack you. I'm eager to begin conducting tests in Morgantown as soon as possible. Thank you for your continued service to Voltec and your willing participation in testing. Best of luck in upcoming tests. Salutation, Zax. And that is pretty interesting. I'm really excited for that to come to the game. So we have some pretty game-changing things coming to the game tomorrow. Hopefully a lot of quality of life improvements. Hopefully no bugs or issues or glitches come with this, but you know. Morgantown map coming tomorrow, and we also have public events coming tomorrow, both of which are going to be game-changing, both of which I'm excited for, and both of which, if they go over smoothly, are definitely gonna launch Fallout 76 in the right direction, rather than, you know, backwards like certain patches have done to Fallout 76. So really excited, can't wait for this, and we'll see what happens tomorrow. Anyways, love you all, hope to see you back here in the next video, but until then, remember to stay freaky, and bye bye everybody. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Have a good one.